Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to Reality Bias TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So listen, you guys, a lot is going on with the Mseleku family because they have just ended their season 8, you guys. Congratulations to them. Listen, you guys, they are the first family in South Africa to do a reality show and for it to last this long. I don't know if it was good for the family because things seem to be falling apart, well, according to what we see on the show, because the reality might be different, which is weird because we are watching a reality show but we are saying the reality might be different. But you know what I'm talking about. If you are a reality show lover, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There is a reality of the reality show and there is a reality of the real life. Okay, that's what we are talking about. So one of the things that happened, you guys, on the last episode was that Musa Mseleku made a comment that did not sit well with a lot of us, which was him saying that MaKhumalo had failed to do what she came to the Mseleku family to do, and a lot of us knew exactly what he was referring to. Of course, he came back and said, listen, you guys are the acrimony, you are wrong in the acrimony, but not only are you wrong in the acrimony, you are the actual acrimony, because that is not what I meant. Okay, some people believed him, but most of us were like this man is changing his story. I had said, you guys, that for me, I am reserving my, activism a little bit. Okay, I'm not ready to be Winnie Matigizela Mdletshe Kwala. I'm not ready. Okay, I'm not ready to write the board and go to Mzumbe too much because I do want to know how MaKhumalo feels about this situation. Because after we spend all of our energy defending uMaKhumalo might come back here and say, Umthombeni did not mean that. Might come back and say, Ulwandle guys did not mean to say that. You guys misunderstood umyeni wami. Okay, so I feel like for me it's very important to say before I go hard for MaKhumalo that I hear MaKhumalo's side of the story. Why she hurt as much as we think she was hurt? Did she understand that comment the same way that we understood that comment? Because for the rest of us, it was clear as day what Musa Mseleku meant. And that video that he was doing, it was just some damage control. Okay, it was just some damage control. So even though MaKhumalo has not been posting directly about what's going on, you guys, she has been posting some of the or reposting some of messages that people have been posting for her. Like people will be posting MaKhumalo talking about how much they love her, how much they are supporting her, and she will repost those posts. Okay, and then she will not really be putting much comments on them. So we'll be like, okay, what are you saying, really, MaKhumalo? Because we cannot wait to hear what you think about this situation. And then, you guys, the recent one, this is what she said. She posted a picture of herself looking beautiful, of course, you guys. And listen, we need to know who MaKhumalo's stylist is, okay? We need to know, okay? And there are some people that we need to refer them to that stylist, okay? On our reality TV shows, okay? We need to know who this person is so that you can give our reality TV stars, references, okay? Okay, so this is what she says, you guys. She says, ngiyabonga kini nonke ngothando olumangalisayo eningikhombisa lona mihla namalanga nime nje. Okay, this is MaKhumalo, and then she put like 5 heart emojis. Okay. This is after everybody was going on about how much they love MaKhumalo, how much they support her. Okay. Now, you guys, listen. This is the thing. Okay. It depends how you interpret this message. Because if you read it, somebody saying, guys, thank you so much for the support, it might sound like she is saying it's a much needed support at this point or at this moment, okay? And honestly, you guys, I do feel like if she did not feel like she needed the support, she would take this time to clarify on this post to say, thank you so much, you guys, for the support. I appreciate it. But let me say this is not what my husband meant. Okay. So I kind of feel like for me, in her thanking people for the support, I feel like she is saying, you guys listen, he meant it, okay? This is my interpretation of MaKhumalo's message or MaKhumalo's post, because I do feel like, you guys, if everybody is going for your husband as much as people are going for your husband, if the backlash is as hard as it is, and you think that he did not do what he's being attacked for, you are going to defend your husband. And MaKhumalo is the defender of Musa Mseleku. And in her not defending Musa Mseleku on this post, you guys, it means, for me, my interpretation of her post is that she is saying what I think she is saying, which is that, guys, listen, this man meant what you guys think he meant, okay? So here it is. Okay, finally, MaKhumalo has posted something. She says, thank you so much for the support, okay? But I won't say much because I'm still here. I'm still, unlike Mangwabe, I'm not leaving. So yes, you guys, but MaKhumalo is not the only one that is posting, and Musa Mseleku is also posting. Somebody had even written on his comment section, with somebody, Mzumbe must take away Musa Mseleku's phone because he's doing too much, okay? Musa Mseleku posted himself and he said, okay, amid the backlash, okay, just think about it, you guys. I don't like to say that people are narcissists because that word is just overused. I don't know, you guys. It's almost like the world suddenly discovered the word narcissist. And now everybody is narcissist. Okay, everybody is a narcissist. Narcissistic behaviors is dead. Everybody's a narcissist. Okay, but listen to what this man is saying. While there is backlash on social media about what he said about MaKhumalo. Okay, this is what he said. Ukugula kwami akubanga into embi kodwa kuyafana nendoda ephelelwe umsebenzi ephenduka into engelutho. He says, okay, my sickness or my illness, okay, was not a bad thing. My sickness was the same as when a man loses his job. He becomes a nothing. I'm like, what the hell? Okay. I'm like, what the hell? This way, I'm like, what do you mean? Okay. Because for the past how many months we've been talking about you being sick. Okay. Everything has been about Musa Mseleku. How have you been nothing in your sickness? Because your sickness has made you even, like, it has made the show revolve around Musa Mseleku. Okay. I mean, your wives could have taken that money and went on a vacation in Dubai, honey. Okay, but they had to put together money to pay for your hospital bill. They could have been enjoying themselves and meeting some new husbands in Dubai, but they had to put together money to pay for your hospital bill. So how are you in Dodengena Lotto just because you are sick? You being sick, in fact, made you a spoiled man that we discovered is being taken care of, okay? It looks like you like a sugar baby over there at some zombie. Okay. Now it's like he's just reminding us that he was sick not so long ago. Sir, you are no longer sick, okay? And by the way, that agenda item, we have dealt with it, okay? It's like that employee at work that you go through the whole agenda. Okay, you're having a meeting, you go through the whole agenda. There's 20 items in the agenda, item number 1 up to item number 20. Now, when you are about to wrap up the meeting, they raise their hand and ask about agenda number 2. And everybody's like, but we discussed that. Where were you? But they were sleeping because the team is on Teams. The meeting is on Teams and they are sleeping while you discussed item number 2. Yeah, I'm like, we discussed that agenda item. Okay, good. Now we are on item MaKhumalo. We are on my item MaKhumalo fertility issue. Okay, I'm like, what the hell? Ukugula kwakho, your sickness, your illness, what does that have to do with anything? Okay, where is the apology? Where is the apology? Okay, where is the apology? We need the apology of MaKhumalo in public, okay? Remember, I said, listen, I'm going to fight for MaKhumalo, but I want MaKhumalo to indicate that she needs people to fight for her first, because I am fighting for somebody that is going to come and say, Ningena ezindabeni zami ne-husband yami later on, okay? And now, okay, don't forget that I'm sick. Okay, it's like Messi Sunday there by the Mommy Club. Every time they will be talking about the wrong things that she does, she'll be like, "Guys, I'm suffering from anxiety and depression." I'm like, "Yeah, we know that, but you have just messed up this one other thing over here." You can't blame everything on anxiety and depression. Okay, even him is like, guys, remember I just had a stroke. Okay, yeah, that was last year. You recovered very well. You even made a baby while suffering from stroke. You managed to make a baby and lobola somebody while recovering from a stroke. So what do you mean? What do you mean? So that agenda item was discussed. We closed on it. Now we are on MaKhumalo and the comment that you said about her in the diary. No, it wasn't even in the diary session. Oh, it was in the diary session. So what do you say about that? That is what we need to know. But no, that is not what he said. Obviously, you guys, there are more people that are commenting on this issue, and one of those people was Skhu Mayaba, which most people call him Skhu. He says that on behalf of men, these utterances don't represent us, singamadoda. There are things you can change and there are things you cannot change. And one of them is how another person views and thinks of you. Words like this from a person who claims to love you, zibuhlungu, shame, and as colleague, or ladate, and look up to who you believe in. In this case, the creator, for he is the only one who can fill that void. Listen, you guys, thank you to Skhumbuzo, okay? Thank you, Sus Kumbus, because we've been looking around for the men in South Africa. Okay, we've been like, where are the men? Okay, Kunembiz or somewhere that we don't know about. Is there a men's conference where the men went to? Because every time a man needs to be called out on their behavior, and men be disappearing on social media. Isn't that just interesting? Okay, when a woman shows up in a short skirt and a woman shows her nipples, honey, men be doing videos. Okay, men be doing the lives. Okay, men be coming out here be telling us how we are a bad example to all of the little girls of the world. Okay, we are influencing the young children that are still breastfeeding from their own mothers. Okay, every time a woman makes a mistake, all of these men, I can tell you their names, okay? I can tell you their names, okay? Even when women claim that they have been arred, there will be men here on YouTube be telling us about how guys, but how do you know that this girl was arred? Because this girl might be lying, this girl might be, but now they are quiet as mouses, okay? Because every time a man says something wrong, they'll be going to some conference, honey, that we don't know about, okay? And they'll be coming back when a woman does something that they perceive as wrong. The day that another woman comes back and claims that they have been erred by a man, uzobabona bazobuya with the videos. They will come back with the videos reminding us that there are possibilities that a woman is lying. But when a man does something wrong, there is a conference that suddenly is organized, and all of the men of the internet, all of the words of the voices of the internet, they disappear from the internet. Siyobabona next time somebody accuses a man of an R, to come and remind us that a woman might possibly be lying. Or next time a woman shows too much of their bodies, then they will come back and tell us how we are corrupting the children of the world, honey. Heal the world, make it a better place. But don't do it for a man, okay? Don't do it if you're a man. Don't do it, honey. Don't do it. So thank you to Skhumbuzo for reminding us that we do have a male species in this world. Because guys, we are about to forget that there is men in this world, okay? We were like females. We are wondering where our kids come from because we are like, who has helped us to make all of these kids that we have? Because in the internet of Beyonce, they are as quiet as mouses, okay? I don't even understand how that thing came about because mouses are never quiet, okay? Mouses make a lot of noises. Have you ever stayed in a house that has infected by mouse? Those things are not quiet. But anyway, the men are said to be as quiet as mouses, okay? Where are the men? So thank you to Skhumbuzo, okay? Please tell all of the men there by the conference that we are waiting to hear from them on this issue, honey. This is the thing, you guys. Every time they talk about Isthembu and trying to convince people that Isthembu is a good idea, they're always trying to convince the women that Isthembu is a good idea. But nobody is taking the time to teach the men, well, after you take Isthembu, how are you supposed to handle it? When situations like this come, because people are giving reasons like, I want 1,500 kids, there is an uncle of mine that died without getting married. And honestly, you guys, if your uncle died without getting married, he was the luckiest man on earth. Because why the hell do we get married anyway? Okay. I'm still looking for the person that invented marriage because I have an issue with that person because I don't understand it. I don't know why we do it. Okay. So if your uncle died without a wife, your uncle was the luckiest man on earth, okay? Why are you making your uncle make a mistake now after his passing? But these men will be out here saying, "Angishatela umalume wami, ngishatela ubhuti wami owashona, ngishatela this and this and that." But nobody talks about ukuthi if now you want to grow your family and you marry somebody and now you are not able to have those kids, then what happens in that? Okay? Then you take another wife. If this one can't have kids, you take another one, right? But then how do you treat this one? Nobody talks about that, okay? But also, you guys, Nati, as women in the comment section, we are a little bit just too ignorant. Because people be in the comment section be like, MaKhumalo should just find herself another man because MaKhumalo will be pregnant tomorrow. Guys, just take a little time, okay? Just take a little time to follow MaKhumalo's story because people will be saying maybe the problem is with Mseleku. No, okay? Take the time to follow the story. It's not that MaKhumalo cannot fall pregnant. MaKhumalo has actually fallen pregnant a number of times and she has had miscarriages and she did have a procedure where some of her tubes were cut and so that's the reason that she cannot now naturally conceive. That's what she said. The doctor had explained. There was even a doctor's appointment earlier in seasons where she said, when your tube is cut like that, you cannot conceive naturally, So obviously, you guys, there is an issue with Musa Mseleku was that he did not want to look at the other options. Okay. So sometimes when people are like, but MaKhumalo could just fall pregnant next week, I'm like, well, God, listen, you guys, God can perform miracles. Maybe it is possible. But I just feel like sometimes comments like that under MaKhumalo's post are insensitive. Okay. I just feel like you should just go and marry someone else. That person can make you pregnant. Guys, like, stop it. Why? Like, why are people commenting like that on her post? Like, I don't understand. Okay. But yeah, guys, people are allowed to comment. No, but I'm lying. You can't comment stupid things under MaKhumalo's post. You can't comment something that's stupid under MaKhumalo's post. Okay, it's her choice. Okay, if she wants to stay with her husband, she can stay with her husband. Okay, if she agrees that if her husband doesn't want to look at other options, she's okay with it, then she's okay with it. Okay, but I'm just saying that Earlier on in the season, they had said that the issue was that because she had had that procedure, that she could not conceive naturally. So if you are under her post and saying, just go and find yourself another man, you'll be pregnant tomorrow, but that's a problem. That's why we had thought maybe they were going to look at other options to have kids, which is what she talked about earlier this season. And by the way, you guys, what happened to that storyline? We need a live. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegyola. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngilithanda kakhulu.